Good morning and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Cela, ready to unpack another day of trading where U.S. stocks just couldn't find their footing. Yesterday, the stock market faced a bit of a setback. The Standard & Poor's 500 slipped by 0.6%, failing to maintain the optimistic start of the day. The Dow Jones Industrial Average saw a minimal drop of 0.1%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite took a harder hit, dropping over 1%. It was a tough day for big tech. Nvidia saw its shares fall by almost 4%, and Meta wasn't far behind, sliding over 1%. This led the tech sector to be the worst performer in the S&P 500, with a near 1.5% decline. Now, the backdrop to this downturn is a cocktail of concerns. Investors are still jittery about interest rates, especially after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's recent comments. Powell hinted that the fight against inflation might require a steadfast approach, causing some to push back their expectations for rate cuts from September to December. Despite these challenges, there were some bright spots. United Airlines soared more than 17% after a strong earnings report showing a revenue beat. This kind of news is a glimmer of hope that, despite broader market troubles, there are still strong performers out there. However, not all earnings news was good. ASML, a major player in the semiconductor equipment space, saw its shares tumble more than 7% after missing order estimates. Even though its sales in China are holding steady despite U.S. restrictions, the miss was enough to spook investors. So, what's next? With earnings season in full swing, the market's direction might hinge on whether other companies can deliver surprises like United Airlines, or if we'll see more disappointments like ASML. That's all for today's episode of Capital Markets Quickie. Tune in tomorrow as we continue to track these developments and more. Thanks for listening, and as always, keep an eye on the markets. Cheerio.